Hey everyone, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I have another Ali Edwards Project Life spread to put together. This time I'll be using April stories by the month. As you can see, I had a lot of journaling and a lot of cards, and I printed some extra pieces. You can see those over to the left. Now, when I started out planning this spread, I picked out some older stories by the month cards, like oranges and kind of soft colors. But then I mapped out my project, and it turned out that most of my photos were pulling towards the blues and the greens from this kit. So I was like, okay, I'm just going with blue and green. And it turned out to be really awesome. I love blue and green together, especially these hues. Is that the right word? Hues. I think so. So I fussy cut out most days to put on that photo of my son on the trampoline. He actually took it himself and I had to include it. It's an awesome photo. And then some days I put on that photo of us in the truck. I just like the idea of some days we get a selfie and some days it's just a really awesome day. And that was a particularly awesome day. So I liked the idea of some days. Like I said, I printed out some of the flowers that were chipboard in the actual physical kit, so that way I could use them on my spread. I have this fun photo in the bottom left corner of my daughter's drawing for the mosquito department in Sacramento County. She wanted to enter the drawing contest, and I took a picture before I sent it off to, at the post office for her, and so I had to include that story. I just loved that story. Another great story that I put on This Happened, that journaling card up in the left, is my daughter getting to go to the book fair and how excited she was to bring $20. And oh my goodness, her excitement was just the absolute best. And so I had to include that story. There's another story of my dudes playing Call of Duty at night. They love to play that. And I am going to wind up, oh my goodness, making a mess with this card because I didn't pay attention to where I laid the sticker journaling down and I laid it over. So I took a little tiny scrap, put it at the end so that way it was sticky, and because you can't peel up the sticker journaling, you just can't, it'll rip everything. So I got the sticker journaling on a separate piece of paper. Then I had to measure out this card and make sure I had a 3x4 worth of white paper. Then I could add in the journaling block. Oh my goodness, you guys, I was just making a mess of this, but I didn't want to waste that sticker journaling and have to reprint it. So I just kind of hodgepodged it all together so that way I could get a 3x4 card, and it worked out. So I have this fun card in the middle that I'm going to use the chipboard that says Spring Loves, also a flower chipboard, and one of the printed chipboard pieces. I also decided with this journaling card that I'm going to go ahead and just put it in the middle. And I went through the days of the week and highlighted a story from each day of the week because there was a lot going on this week and a lot of like little stories. So I just wanted to do kind of a bullet point journal type of thing on this card. And isn't this card so pretty? I love it. So pretty. I took one of the printed chipboard flowers and laid a piece up in the top right corner and then the bottom left corner. My photo of my husband and son is going to have the evening story right there. I kind of covered up the cat's head because that felt like the only negative spot. I went looking for some word stickers and I wound up using some Week in the Life stickers. So I figured, you know what? Those are perfect. I will just use them up. So I put currently and also trust the process on that card. I am going to get out a new stamp set from the Ali Edwards and Laura Wancic collaboration to go ahead and stamp the week number and also add a little bit of like X's, or you could call them crosses, but I call them little sprinkles. I love to call them little sprinkles. I'm going to use those to kind of add something else to my cards. And that is what I'm doing right here. I'm just pulling off the ones that I want to add the sprinkles to. And I'm going to first add the week. I love this scripty font. It's like so tiny and it's just so fancy, so I wanted to use it, and I stamped week. I didn't do such a great job stamping the week, I don't think, because I didn't get a lot of ink pressed down correctly, but that's okay. I'm moving forward. I am not going to worry about it. I stamp the 14. I'm just glad that I remembered to stamp the week, because if you guys have seen more than one video, you know that I always forget to put the dates and the week. So there you go. So the little X's are from the Write Story Kit stamp, and I had the best time adding a little sparkle to each of my cards and just a little something extra. So I added some to the main 4x6 card, and also This Happened. Since it was about the book fair, I decided to add the ABC stamp from that Write Story Kit, and I just have to mention again that this was the card that was about the book fair, and oh my goodness, makes my heart so happy that my daughter is a reader like me. She had $20 and she was like, I made sure I added everything up so that way I could get both the books that I wanted. And she was able to. She got 2 new Pokemon books, so I was thrilled for her. Okay, I told myself not to do an insert, but I had too many photos, so I decided to do a 6x12 insert with cardstock, and I had a really beautiful photo of my daughter from her ballet recital, and also a photo of 3 generations waiting for the recital to start, so I just had to make those 4x6. I took one and made it vertical, and then the other one horizontal, and decided to stamp Saturday with a Week in the Life stamp. I just stamped it on paper and then fussy cut it out because I just liked it better on the HP paper that I love to stamp on. Took another one of those flowers, fussy cut it out, cut it in half, put half up with my daughter's photo and the other half on this Saturday. I had one little smidge left, and I added that to my daughter's photo as well. Added in some more word phrase stickers, and then I'm going to stamp 2 phrases in black, April Memories and Loving. But first, I have to fix the journaling. I somehow thought that this was going to be on like the 2x2 insert, which is going to be on the back, but it's not. So I had to chop up the journaling into tiny little pieces and painstakingly peel the backing. But I took that all out of the video, so you didn't have to watch that. But here we go. I put on the last word, and I have all the little pieces stuck down for my journaling. Going to finish off this little insert side with April Memories and stamping Loving. Do you remember that collection called Ups and Downs? That's where this stamp set is from. And it is one of my most used stamp sets out of anything that I have of Ali Edwards. I think I just use it for so much. All right, so the last piece of this whole spread is going to be this kind of 2x2 section. I had a lot of little stories that I really wanted to make sure were included, like that photo of my son and his friend. They got to have a party in science class and pull out their phones, so he sent me a selfie. I had to include that. And then the dinosaur balloon, that was just floating down the street, and my daughter told me to catch it and take a picture and post it in our town's Facebook group. And it just really made everybody's day that she wanted to find the owner of the balloon. But we never did. But at least our porch got decorated with the nice T-Rex balloon, right? There is also a bird that is nesting in my old bike helmet, so that's been really interesting. And we did some yard work together, and there was an awesome family Netflix show that we're really enjoying, the Green Eggs and Ham. I added in an April that I printed and fussy cut, added in my sprinkles or X's and a few word stickers, and that is it for that little insert. I'm going to bring it back together before I put in the album, so that way you can see how it looks. So this is how the main spread looks, and then I will put it in my album and I will show you the insert. So there you go. That is week 14, and I absolutely love the blues and the greens, and I hope you have enjoyed seeing this one come together. I'd love a thumbs up or subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.